Welcome to this new show, The Path to the Papal Seat 2012. A new show and a very exciting time, when all our audience are ready and preparing themselves to a time had not been seen to any of them before. Choosing and electing the new Pope, the 118th on the seat of St. Mark. I'm joined today with my co-hosts, Mariam Macarius.
Hello. CYC is pleased to provide viewers with this show, Path to the Papal Seat 2012. This show intends to shed light on most of the candidates. We understand that the majority of us, including voters, have very little or no information on the candidates. CYC would like to make clear, however, that they have no intention of discussing the merits of the elections, conditions, or the controversies.
CYC will do its best to stay very neutral, unbiased. We are not here to promote, influence, stimulate, or decline any candidate. We are only here to give you the objective facts about all the 17 candidates who are running for that position. We are fully aware there are many debates about how to elect and whom to elect and what rank should be elected. We are not going to go through any of these debates, and CYC will stay out of these debates.
This is the process of the election. We currently have 17 candidates that are on the ballot. This list will be reduced to 7, which will be voted upon to reduce the number to 3. And then a liturgy will be conducted where a lottery will be performed and a child will choose one name of whom will be the 118th Pope of the See of St. Mark in Alexandria.
There is one job, though, that all of us, including yourselves, are mandated to do. Diligent prayers, asking God to choose the successor on St. Mark's seat, the one who would follow our beloved late Pope Shenouda. The Path to the Papal Seat 2012. We would like to give you some statistics on the 17 candidates.
There are 17 candidates in total, 10 bishops and 7 monks. Their age ranges from 48 to 70 years old.
The ranges of monastic life ranges also from 20 to 43. The highest number of monastic life happened to be in 2 candidates, which we are going to review their facts first. Here are the names of the candidates. We are going to arrange them based on the number of years in monastic life from higher to lower. Metropolitan Bishoy, Father Rufail Avamina, Father Anastasi Saint Samuel, Bishop Pavnotius,
Bishop Butros, Father Maximus the Antonian, Bishop Carolus, Father Shenouda Saint Bishoy, Bishop Tawadros, Bishop Ioannis,
Bishop Raphael, Father Daniel the Syrian, Father Pachomius the Syrian, Father Seraphim the Syrian,
Father Pigol Saint Bishoy, Father Sawiros Saint Paula, and Father Bishoy Saint Paula.
If there may be minor deviation in the number of years in 3 or 4 candidates, only because although we did our diligent work and investigated all their facts, there are 4 candidates which remain without all the information. So please, if you know something a little different than this, please excuse our mistake that there may be 4 candidates who have much less information that we were hoping to have. In order to have no bias, in whom are we going to review first? And again, we are only reviewing objective facts. We chose the number of monastic life to give us the order of us reviewing the number of the candidates. The first 2 candidates who had a tie on the number of monastic lives was 43 years, were Metropolitan Amba Bishoy and Father Rufail Avamina.
Using alphabetical order, we will first review information for Metropolitan Amba Bishoy.
Main characteristic that I would like to have in a pope and to see in a pope is that his humility. A humble pope is someone that is capable of taking care of us and caring for us always, and never ever we will never ever have to worry about him being proud, being angry or hyper. Just always humble is what we have been used to with Pope Shenouda, and I think it'd be a great characteristic.
A man of humility, a man of God, a man of prayers, and a man of knowledge, like our previous popes, like Pope Shenouda and Pope Krolos, who were filled with the grace of God and filled with wisdom and filled with life of prayer.
One who is really a spiritual leader, one who can elevate the minds and the spirits of the Coptic Orthodox people.
Someone that's very wise, somebody that's very similar to Pope Shenouda, because of all of the new situations that we have in Egypt right now, especially with the new president and all of the conflicts that we've been having and all of the tension.
I know Pope Shenouda is hard to follow by his example, but anything as close as Pope Shenouda was, that would be awesome. Someone that can really relate to the people and to really have a political role in America and in Egypt. That would be awesome.
I hope for righteousness, justice, and purity, just like the prayer says in the church.
I think that our new pope should be someone that we can, who speaks to the youth in a way that we can understand and is able to convey the message of Christ and to let us, grow closer to him through like prayers, and because Pope Shenouda was very good with writing books and poems, and we were all able to connect with him on such a deep level. So I hope that our new pope, is able to do the same thing that Pope Shenouda did.
He gets to relay peace to us the way Pope Shenouda did, keep peace between Muslims and Christians in Egypt as well as in America, and keep us open-minded to a lot of different things.
Love and righteousness and wisdom, and that he may always lead us in any troubles.
Metropolitan Amba Bishoy was born in 1942 in the name of Makram Iskandar Nikola. In 1963, he graduated with a bachelor's degree from the Faculty of Engineering Mechanics section from University of Alexandria, and he took honors in becoming an assistant professor. He completed his master's degree in mechanical engineering in 1968.
On the 16th of February, 1969, he became monk Toma el-Suryani in Deir el-Suryan. After 2 years, in September 1972, he was enthroned as a bishop of Damiat, Kafr el-Sheikh, for the monastery of St. Damiana, Barari, Belkas, at the age of 29.
In September 1990, Bishop Bishoy was ordained as a metropolitan in the Cathedral of St. Athanasius the Apostle in the Manhur. He was also the secretary of the Holy Synod and the head of the Committee for Ecumenical Dialogues.
Metropolitan Bishoy also teaches theology at the Clerical College and remains bishop overseeing Damiat and Kafr el-Sheikh.
We'll take a little break and we'll be back to review facts about Father Rufail Avamina, the second candidate in the list.
Any servant of God in general is to represent God in so many ways, and especially for the patriarch, he has to be able to stand before so many people coming from so many different agendas and perspectives, and with their own groups, and to be able to in all cases show Christ to them and to defend the faith and to protect the Church of Christ.
Work in harmony with the government.
I think we need a spiritual pope, a pope who's going to bring us to a level of spirituality, as did His Holiness Baba Shenouda, to study our faith, to know our faith, to be able to really give a defense of the hope that is in us through our faith.
Someone who's more charismatic, someone who can be able to defend the faith, someone who's loving, who's caring, who would love to go and visit his churches abroad in the lands of immigration.
We just want a pope that has wisdom and has understanding like Pope Shenouda, and we want a pope that sets his own he makes his own path in this world.
We need a strong pope to stand by the church and to lead our church safely through the modern era. Our last pope, Pope Shenouda, rest in peace, was incredibly strong and loving and very caring.
He'd be a man of prayer and that he will get us through this time in Egypt.
I think would be just someone who can overall lead the Coptic community. We know that we're in tough times out in the Middle East. We know Coptic Christians are, being discriminated against, and we just need someone that can shed light to, more people and make the world more aware of our situation and help dig us out of a hole and let people know that it's not okay, this discrimination.
The Path to the Papal Seat 2012. We are now about to review the facts about Father Rufail Avamina, who also has the highest number of monastic years, 43 years. Father Rufail Avamina was born in 1942. He holds the bachelor degree of law from the University of Ain Shams, graduated 1964.
He was ordained a monk at the monastery of Saint Mina in Meirut in 1969, and in the same year he was ordained priest.
In 2001, he was ordained as a higumen, and his service prior to the order that he was the private deacon and the closest disciple to our beloved late Pope Kyrillos VI for 5 years prior to ordination. Father Rufail Avamina is considered one of the spiritual fathers currently serving in Saint Mina's monastery.
We would really expect a pope who would be able to understand our experiences here and our change in environment and the language of and the culture of our new land, and who can reach out to us.
I wish to see that just as much as the church has expanded previously in the last decade or so, I would wish to see that during this time also the church would also expand, and they would be able to provide much more churches, maybe much more help to those who are in immigration, maybe more of a coordinated way, so that we have maybe a plan of how the church should expand during this time. I think that would be a great effort that a new pope can be able to provide for us during this time.
Be able to sort of uplift the spirits of the people, especially sort of the people in more rural areas of Egypt, and that he would grant them, he would help them to he would lift their spirits and give them more hope for a more promising future.
I don't think I need to say much, because I know that the synod and the bishops in Egypt and all of the servants in Egypt never forget us. And we really feel like with all the visitations and sending all the servants to come and to visit us and to serve us, to talk to us, to keep us updated on what's happening in Egypt. And really, even though it is the Coptic Church and it is the Church of Egypt, we don't feel that much anymore that it's only the church of the country of Egypt, but that it's the church of the world and it's the Orthodox faith of the world. And we thank God so much that this is something that during the time of Pope Shenouda, he invested so much in us. And I'm one of his children and one of his fruit, and I hope that I make him happy with what I am now. But I know that the new patriarch will be doing the same, and to keep us up to date, to keep us involved in all the issues that are happening in the church, whether it's growing the service or expanding to countries where we haven't been able to speak to before.
Welcome back to Path to the Papal Seat 2012. We will now discuss Bishop Pavnotios. He was born on November 12, 1948 in Cairo. He got his bachelor's degree in medicine in 1971.
He was ordained as a monk, and his name was Father Antonius the Syrian in 1973, and in 1975 he was ordained as a priest, and in 1976 as a higumen.
He was ordained as a bishop in the Pentecostal feast days on June 13th, 1976, in the era of His Holiness Pope Shenouda III.
Bishop Pavnotios is famous of establishing one of the very successful hospitals in Egypt, called Good Samaritan Hospital, where it serves people from both religions and delivers excellent care. Now we are going to discuss the fourth candidate, Father Maximus the Antonian.
What do you hope that the new Pope will do for the immigration lands, like America, Canada, those countries outside of Egypt?
Definitely to spread the faith and maybe build churches if we can, but definitely to make our faith more popular if it's already not.
Yeah, I also think that the new Pope should work towards building ties with the other Orthodox churches, like the Indian Orthodox Church and the Syrian churches, which a lot of them are in America, but they don't really know what the Coptic people are.
I mean, I don't know what the Pope can do for the immigration laws, but I just hope that maybe if it's safer, he can try to help get Coptic Christians out of Egypt and into a safer land.
We need to be able to keep peace in our way coming. The Egyptians that are coming over to America, we need to be clear in our thoughts and why we're coming, how we're coming.
I think that we should let the two cultures blend together well. Pope Shenouda was able to make us relate to our fellow Christians and our fellow brothers and sisters, so it's important for us to be able to be one community and not just have it be the Coptics in Egypt and the Coptics in America. It has to be all one community. So I think it's important for him to be able to gather us all together and surround us together as one community.
I hope that the Pope is able to actually unite us all as one church, not just the church in the United States, but all the other churches in other lands of immigration, so that we can all be together in unison.
Father Maximus the Antonian was born 1954. He is currently 58 years of age. He holds a degree from the University of Alexandria, College of Agriculture. He has a bachelor's degree. He was ordained as a monk in August 1978 in the monastery of St. Anthony the Great in Red Sea, Egypt.
He's an expert in the restorations of icons and paintings, for which he received a diploma from the Institute of Veneer in Moscow, Russia.
He also has past studies from the University of California, USC, for the same restoration of frescoes and icons, and a diploma in museum administration from the United States.
We are in a land of immigration. We will always be here. We will always need new priests, new bishops, and the care of the Pope has always been an integral part in what we are as Christians here. And I think he should always be with us. Make some time for us to come and to see us and to visit us and to take care of us and our churches, and also to still consecrate as many priests, bishops, and churches as much as he can.
What I wish for the Pope to do in the immigrant lands, which would be here in New York, all across Europe, in South America also, all across the United States, would be to come here and speak to us as much as he possibly can. We feel sometimes that we are a bit disconnected from our homeland, and although we have so many brothers and sisters joining us from Egypt, we sometimes feel disconnected from the Pope and from our Holy See in Alexandria.
My hope is for the new Pope to build more churches in the United States of America and the states that he hasn't already, Pope Shenouda hasn't already provided for us here.
We want to expand more with ministry. We want to go to other lands. We want people to know who the Coptic people are without having to explain it to them. We want to be like a global entity. Like, we have the history to do it. We have all the saints to do it, and we want people to understand this tradition that we have, and so from the new Pope, I would just like him to expand the ministry. We'd like him to do more mission.
I would love to see the new Pope be able to help the church expand in the lands of immigration, build new churches, be able to preach the word, become a Pope of mission. And we pray that the new Pope can be able to be our good shepherd and help us as we struggle. And we pray that the Pope can be able to pray and intercede for us so that we can be able to defend the faith in the land of immigration.
Welcome back to Path to the Papal Seat 2012. We will now discuss Bishop Kyrillos, the Bishop of Milan. He was born in Sohag on October 15, 1952. He received his bachelor's degree in engineering in 1977 and was ordained a monk in the monastery of El Baramos on June 11, 1979. He was ordained a priest in 1980 and then a hegumen in 1981.
He was assigned then to serve the youth in a village related to Elminia. He was then ordained as a bishop in June 1986 under the auspice of His Holiness Pope Shenouda III. He was a general bishop and an assistant of Bishop Arsenius, the Metropolitan of Elminia and Abu Qurqas, until 1990, and then he was ordained as a Bishop of Milan, Italy, by His Holiness Pope Shenouda III. On June 2, 1996, he became officially the Bishop of Milan, Italy.
We will now discuss Father Shenouda Saint Bishoy.
Father Bishoy was born in November 1943 in Beni Mazar, Elminia, and joined the clergy college in 1959, graduating in 1964. He became an instructor in the College of the Clergy from 1964 to 1974 and one of the Old Testament teachers in the same college. And he served with Pope Kyrillos from 1959 till 1971.
He then served with Pope Shenouda from 1970 to 1974 and was ordained a monk in St. Bishoy's Monastery by the name of Father Shenouda of St. Bishoy in March 3, 1974.
He was ordained as a priest in May 1974 and an hegumen in 1977.
He served as an abbot of St. Bishoy's Monastery from 1974 to 1978.
During his monasticism, Pope Shenouda requested him in 1978 to be the spiritual father for the clerical school, and then he asked him in 1979 to be the spiritual father of St. Anthony the Great Monastery.
He served in the Coptic Church in Chicago in 1980.
I hope we have given you a glimpse, and hopefully we were objective about the facts of those candidates. Every single candidate may have much more information that we were able to collect. We were trying to stay focused with only facts, not concepts, not here say or here did. We are not here to recommend, we are not here to influence, and we are not here to decline. We are simply trying to help you understand who are the candidates in the ballot of the future seat of the 118th of Alexandria.
Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.